Hey everyone, it's Matt from Zenshop, and today I've got an awesome update for you because we're now finally launched on the Shopify App Store. This happened on Friday. I'm recording this video on Sunday. So I've had a couple of days of time to celebrate in my own way and also reflect a bit. And I wanted to give you guys an update as soon as possible. So yeah, officially launched on the App Store. And now we begin the process of being a launched app, and the journey continues now for Zenshop, because all this time I've been giving you updates as a developer, just plugging away, working on Zenshop, but not being launched. So I'm really, really happy now that Zenshop is live, and we're going to get people using Zenshop very quickly, starting to sending emails and little prompts and nudges to people who are using Zenquiries to transition over to Zenshop. So we've got a cutoff deadline of the 31st of October this month, where we expect Zenquiries to shut down, and hopefully those users will transition to Zenshop as soon as possible. So the question now for me, particularly, and I want to share this with you too, is what do we do next? You know, we're launched, we spent all this time building Zenshop. How do we make it a success? So I think this is many things, and I've been thinking about it a lot. But mostly it involves marketing. You know, so I actually got to do marketing this time around, and customer success, and a little bit of research. So the marketing side is fun, honestly. I'll tell you more about that in a minute, actually. But the customer success side is probably a little bit important for those existing users that we got. So I'm going to turn this beautiful room that I have here with these walls into a little bit of a war room. I'm going to be scribbling down lots of things. I'll share that with you too. Maybe I can't, I'm not sure. But yeah, well, I'll think about that when we'll cross that hurdle. But the room is going to become a war room. I'm going to be doing a lot of research into the users of Zenshop, and making sure that they're happy and successful with it. So there is an email automation already set up now in Zenshop, which basically adds those users to a list. And there's also the Discord community, and there's analytics built into Zenshop, which should just give me enough information to know whether there was a problem or an issue with a certain part of the flow of Zenshop much quickly and more in detail than ever before. And I'm hoping to build a rapport with those users too and get feedback, you know. So that's happened and is going to happen. I'll give updates too on how it goes. So customer success, and then splitting my time now between software development and marketing. This is a new change for me because, you know, it's been 12 months of solid software dev, working fairly independently of the users. But now there's an actual product to support. I also need to make sure it gets the marketing it deserves. So marketing is honestly, actually, I'm really warming to it. Like, I'm finding it very interesting, much more than I ever thought it would be. But it kind of makes sense because I think if you're an entrepreneurial person, and you enjoy the process of building a product, then I think marketing is also something that will come more naturally to you. So for me, marketing is going to be about building a quirky, interesting brand that people feel some kind of warmth to, you know, more than your average kind of brand. So we're going to start with a really cool logo. We're going to kind of put ourselves away from the existing competition with logos and branding, and we're gonna go for a unicorn. All right. So the Zen shop logo is going to be related to a unicorn, shopping, and a bit of Zen. So it's going to combine those three things. and it's gonna be fun. Really looking forward to seeing how the unicorn turns out. I haven't actually seen it yet, so it's been worked on, but I'm sort of throwing ideas out there and see how it goes. I think it'll be interesting and fun. So that's the branding side. But there's also a landing page. So working with Linda on this. She's super creative and really talented, and she's helping me build a really awesome landing page. So we've already got a landing page out there, but it was very, relatively quickly done, and it has some gaps in it. So we're going to fill those gaps in, and really hopefully, by the time you've looked at that landing page, you're like, yeah, I wanted to give zenshop a go. So that's the idea with the landing page. And the other part that I'll be spending my time on more on a weekly basis is creating interesting content for Shopify stores. So with the idea of zenshop being a support solution which will convert visitors to customers, a lot of the content that I'm going to be producing is in that theme. So we're going to be focusing on like how do you optimize your Shopify store to be better and convert more visitors to customers, and also how to use zenshop to the best that we can to give the best support for your customers, and also other apps and integrations that we're going to do later stages. We'll talk about or highlight apps that Shopify stores should be installing and using. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to do that part. And I think I've given myself a personal sort of target of 1 to 2 days per week. And I think honestly, at this point, I'm going to be probably working 7 days a week for the next 6 months. Honestly, actually, my workload is probably going to increase rather than decrease. Because sadly, I think software development is kind of fun for me, but you can take it at a more leisurely pace. But if I need to if I want to make this a success, I'm probably going to end up having to work harder now. But we'll see. So marketing aside, customer success. I've talked about those things. There's also the sales element, but honestly, I'm hoping, really, really hoping that we can have the sales element more automated, because I don't want to be reaching out to stores, individually and trying to convince them to use zenshop. I would rather they come in more organically through the Shopify App Store, for example, or through our landing page or through our social media channels, and then give zenshop a go. And then hopefully they try it out, and they may even contact me through Discord or through zenshop itself, and we build that communication. But I don't want to be sort of cold calling people and trying to sell them zenshop. So that's the plan with the sales side. And feature development, right? So zenshop isn't finished. Zenshop is actually, in my opinion, I'm still embarrassed by the product itself. It's far below where I want it to be. I don't mind saying that, honestly, because it's just a complex product to build. There's a one man band here. So I can't move at the speed of light. I have to build things step by step. But I am very committed to it, and I do see a feature roadmap ahead of me for the next 6 to 8 months of really intense feature development that's going to happen. So this next stage is actually going to be easier on the feature development side than ever before, because in the past, when I started building zenshop, after deciding rewrite everything from scratch from Zenquiries, was that there was a lot of initial effort creating the base infrastructure, so you've got to get the login system working, you've got to get the permission system working, you've got to figure out how to deploy the code and make it into a production system, where your database is, all those things. They're critical pieces to the puzzle, but they're not necessarily feature development, so now I get the luxury of leveraging all of that existing effort that's been gone into zenshop, and we can start focusing more on the actual individual features for zenshop. So the biggest ones that I think are important to work on in the next 3 months are real-time chat and a native desktop client. So this will basically really transform zenshop from being an email-based system essentially to a hybrid between chat and email. So we're going to have the chat widget basically doing everything you'd expect from a chat client on your store, where you can click on a button, a user can begin a chat process with either a bot or a store support staff. And they'll be able to seamlessly transition between chat and email. So it's fairly standard functionality for these kinds of products. It's not like super exciting, but for me, it's really exciting because it really like levels up zenshop to a next stage. So I want to get that done as soon as possible. And I also want to improve the experience for our support staff by creating a desktop class application, more like on the akin of Slack and Discord, where you have the website where you can use Slack or Discord within the web browser, but they fairly quickly prompt you to exit that and go into an app that you can download. And the reason why an app is generally superior to the website is because it kind of helps you deal with all those notifications and things related to the app outside of the browser, because the browser kind of, you can get lost in a sea of tabs. It's very hard to sometimes find where your where the notification is actually coming from. So if we're in our own app, then when notifications come through, then it'll just be a lot more easier to respond and handle all your tickets and things within zenshop. So the real-time chat and the desktop client are going to be sort of packaged together as a feature, and it's going to be really, really exciting to get that done. So I'm going to push ahead as quickly as possible with getting that released. And once that functionality is done, tangential to this as well, I've also got a lot of improvements to the existing functionality that still need to be fully fleshed out. So one of the things was we didn't manage to get the actual shipping information in the Shopify order for zenshop, which is really important. So I want to make sure that we're displaying shipping and tracking information within zenshop, and all the fulfillment stages along the order as well. So we're going to get that done as soon as possible. And you'll also be able to the templating system for zenshop is fairly basic right now compared to where I want it to be. So the whole templating system is going to get an upgrade as well. So I don't know which one of those two I should build first. I'll have to actually probably sort of somewhat test this with my users, because but ultimately those features are the most important ones I think right now to build. And then the thing that zenshop itself that I want to build overall is not necessarily a chat system or an email system, but in concept it's about converting visitors on your store to customers. So I want to use zenshop in combination with the Shopify platform to use all of the APIs and the information along with the social media stuff to really, really enhance the experience of visitors who come to your store, and either make sure that they're feeling like they're gold dust and they're supported, and the person who you're speaking to knows who they're speaking to, and the order that you recently placed, all those things, and it's lightning fast. But also, like, maybe you're a returning customer, and you've bought things in the past and you might have a question about a product again, or an issue with something, or maybe you're just a very high value customer, so you might need to be treated a little bit differently from your average customer, but you're an important customer. So those kinds of things are the evolution path for zenshop to become a really compelling product. So I want to focus on those features too, but I know that the base platform also needs to be fully fleshed out before you can really leverage those things. So the chat clients and the chat widgets, those are going to be finished. Template system fully done. The order information really well integrated, and then we're going to start building the what I just spoke about. And yeah, so there's a lot coming. We've got an 8-month plan ahead of us now, which I'm hoping you can join me on. And I will give regular updates on how we're doing. I'm hoping that the feature delivery is going to be a lot quicker. So we're not talking 12 months from now where like I do another big update. It's hopefully going to be sort of 3 to 4 months between releases. But each release will march zenshop on to eventual success, and it's going to be really exciting. So yeah, glad you joined me today on this momentous day of launching zenshop, and I'll see you soon with more updates and thoughts on what we do next. Thanks a lot. Bye.